Hello, and again, welcome back to Cooking Stuff with Starla McGee. Today we are going to be doing my take on a Jamaican style curry. The ingredients that we're using today, that is a little fresh thyme there, roasted red peppers, carrots, garlic, ginger. I've got curry powder there, a little regular Jamaican curry powder, as well as a hot Madras curry powder in there. Some ketchup, some onion. We're seasoning with our Cooking Stuff with Starla McGee seasoning. We've got our diced potatoes, as well as our chicken, which is already marinating in some of that curry powder, as well as my house seasoning. I've got some chicken stock, and then a little cooking spray here. We've got our hot pot already heating. I'm gonna spray that with a little cooking oil. And the first thing that we're gonna add is gonna be our onions. And then I'm also going to put in the red pepper. And I am just gonna brown this until the onions start to caramelize a little bit here. And before you caramelize those, you wanna make sure that we are always seasoning along the way. That's gonna be some of our curry powder, and then we are also gonna add some of our house seasoning. All right, and we'll cook this down till it's brown for about probably 7 to 8 minutes here. We've got our mixture here, a nice golden color. Everything's browned in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some garlic. And then I'm gonna add our ginger. A little bit more curry seasoning. And a little bit more house seasoning. And we're just gonna cook that for about 1 to 2 minutes here until the garlic starts to become a little bit fragrant. The next thing going into the pot is gonna be a little bit of ketchup. I'm gonna go ahead and add my thyme sprig in there as well. Give that a little stir. Add a little bit more curry powder. And now I'm going to go ahead and add all of my chicken broth right into the pan. All right, a bit more of our curry powder, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a boil before I add the rest of our ingredients to the pot. My curry is still cooking right now. I just want to show you that I am going to pair that curry with a little bit of rice, and I can cook a lot of things, but rice is not one of those things. So just in case you are the same as I am, I just want to say definitely use a rice maker. Even if you cook it perfectly, even if you eat a lot of rice, this is definitely a good option to have. You just put the rice in there, set it and forget it, and it comes out perfect every time. Just a little free game for you if you didn't already know. I've got a nice little boil going here. So I'm gonna add my potatoes right into my liquid here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken. And we are just gonna bring this back up to a boil, and we're gonna cook it until the chicken is all the way cooked through and the sauce is thickened to your desired likeness. The last thing that we are gonna go ahead and add in here is going to be our carrots. And we added all those things last because they'll take about the same amount of time to cook. We'll cook this for about 25 to 30 minutes, or like I just said, to your desired thickness, thickness of your sauce. So we'll go ahead, we're gonna cover that, and then we're gonna bring that back up to a boil, and then we'll reduce the heat and simmer it. So another little side note that I wanted to leave you all with is anytime that you're cooking chicken of any sort, especially boiling it in a broth like this, you'll see that unappealing frothiness on top, and that's basically just like denatured protein. It's kind of comparable to like what egg whites consist of, and it's not going to harm the taste of anything you're making or change the flavor of it, but it just doesn't look appealing. So we are going to just take some of that off of there. And that's your choice. If you're not probably presenting it to anyone, so it's not gonna hurt you, but just so you know. We have now been cooking this curry for about 15 minutes, and you can already see that sauce starting to thicken up. Remember to taste your sauce and adjust it accordingly with salt and pepper. Always taste your sauce throughout. That way you can make sure it's nice and flavorful at the end, and everything is saturated with a flavorful broth. So we're gonna go ahead and cook this another 15 minutes or so, and then we'll be all done. All right, our curry chicken is all done. This is the end product. Look how nice and thick the sauce came out. It smells delicious. Let's hope it tastes just as good as it looks. Well, I already know it does. We don't gotta hope too much. Thank you so much for cooking stuff with Starla McGee. If you have not already, please make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube as well as my Instagram, both at Cooking Stuff with Starla McGee. I hope you enjoyed my take on a Jamaican style curry, and I will see you next time on Cooking Stuff with Starla McGee.